Okay, all right. Well, in the bottom spawn position, Trigon will take it away.
Yes, indeedy. Let's get this hype scoreboard up. Best of 5, 2-2. One game away from $75 and 140 OSC points, putting either of these players in the top 32 in that bracket for the invite. It is the blue Zerg player from Root Gaming, Hydra.
And in the top spawn position of Vonnie Research Station. He was up 2 and just lost 2 in a row. Can he make it to the $75 and 140 OSC points that is representing Axiom Esports? The Red Darren Heart.
Oh, yeah. Hydra checking for that proxy
yeah.
2 racks. Look, see, I notice these things. I see these players check for proxy 2 racks even when there's no proxy 2 racks. The other Overlord, of course, going straight to this natural base to try and scout out, get a bit of information, and he will see a CC first.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, he will spot that CC first, but he may be in the position to punish it, but I highly doubt he will. Just getting out his queen. I wonder. I kind of want him to see. I want to see him go 3 hatch into Roach. I'd kind of like that, but I really highly doubt he will here.
Yeah, I don't think Vonnie's a great map for it. It's very difficult to push up this ramp with roaches. You can defend it really well because it's a tiny, tiny ramp. So I don't think that's too likely, but it's a definite possibility. I think if it would have been cool if he was going to go 3 hatch for a pool, or sorry, not 3 hatch for a pool, but really fast 3 hatch. Take this as the natural hatch. I always like that, but it is a little risky. We have seen games lost because of it, but for now, Hart is just going normal standard sort of stuff. Probably going to see a reactor down on this barracks after this Marine comes out into some Hellions. However, Hydra, I think, has other plans. I think we're going to be seeing some 2-base Spire coming out.
Mm-hmm. I completely agree with you, and what's going to be really interesting to see is because Hart is going Hellions, he's going to be very aggressive, and he may actually be able to spot the gas count if he can get up into the natural domain. So this is going to be very key for Hydra to be able to push back any aggression via his queens. He doesn't have that many queens out yet, but that's going to be key. And I do agree with you. It'll probably be 2-base Spire. But for now,
he actually hasn't thrown down the extra gases. I just said that as he started lair, but without the extra gases, you don't really afford the Mutalisk. There's 1 gas, 2 gas, 3 gas, but you usually put these down as the lair starts. I don't know, maybe.
No, I agree.
No, no, here we go. He's throwing down something. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Just a little bit more economical, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. It is a little bit more economical, but on the other side of the map for a Heart, we see the double Hellion productions. He's got the starport ready. I'd love to see some Hellbat drops. I don't know if we'll see that yet, though. But as I was saying, if he can get those Hellions in there, he's going to get a mighty fine scout. And Hydra knows this. He's got a queen at that ramp, starting to get his creep going. But also, Hydra is a very nice, currently map control with his overlords. But on Heart's side of the map, he is starting to go armory, which may be able to actually be spotted by Hydra's overlord in the black middle of his base. But we'll have to see what's going to happen in this next couple seconds. There's a nice wall off, though, for Hydra with a Roach Warren and an Evo Chamber completely making Hart think is the other thing going on.
Yeah, it definitely kind of hints towards that. Of course, Hart is going for that armory once again. It's no wait, did he just cancel his armory? He just cancelled the armory. Unless
it was spotted by the overlord.
No, true.
Trigonal, you're hallucinating.
It's possible. I'm very tired. But yeah, that's interesting. Maybe he was trying to force a little bit of an overreaction from Hydra. But I mean, I don't think Hydra. Hydra's one of the few people who goes like 2-base Spire and doesn't go Baning Nest because he is so good at defending Hellbats with just Lings and Queens. Everybody else goes Baning Nest in case of Hellbats. But yeah. Hart is going to be moving in here with a Hellbat drop here. But immediately, a ton of Mutalisk spawn, and Hydra's microing them back because he is a literal god tasteless. Doesn't lose a single Mutalisk, kills every single Marine, every single medevac, and does he actually lose a drone there? He's lost 1 drone and 1 overlord so far this game. But yeah, this Hellion Force is moving in towards natural. It can't get up into the main base here. Oh, there's drones. Yeah, it can't get up in the main base here. This queen is blocking the way, and this gives time for the Mutalisks come in and clean up all these. No, actually, not quite clean up the Hellions.
Mm-hmm.
Hellions are a little.
Oh,
Oh, no,
I
they
think
stop.
will
And
actually
immediately on the low health, the bounce shots, the Mutalisks clean them all up. But this does buy time for Heart to get up some kind of defenses. The missile turrets are going down. And obviously, the ideal for Mutalisks is your opponent doesn't know you've got a Spire until your Mutalisks are in their mineral line, chewing on their SCVs. But that is not to be the case. Still, though, some potential for some decent damage from Hydra as he runs in, just tries to get SCVs. He manages to pick off one. He's already done not good damage, but he's used the Mutalisks very well in defending Heart's few pushes, cleaning up all the cleaning up all the Hellions, cleaning up the drop there, and now he can continue on to a relatively normal game. The upgrades aren't even that late. That's usually the big disadvantage of a two-base Spire play, whereas the +1 attack is a little slower than the +1/+1 from Heart. The +1 defense is a decent bit faster, so he's still in a pretty good position, is Hydra. I would say defense is a bit more important than attack, because like Banelings don't really get a huge amount from attack. Losing some of these Hydras, Mutalisks though. Just one of them goes down, and Heart decides not to pursue. He probably could have caught that Overseer, but I don't know if it would have been worth it. Either way, whoa. Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, it could have been very dangerous with that one Widowmine right there. What I really liked out of Heart is, as you were saying a little bit earlier on, just to defend. He originally, I don't know if he was planning on going mech, but he wasn't quite decided yet into complete bio. But once he saw all those medevacs, he instantly threw down 4 or 5 more racks and is really producing really heavily off those. Both players on 3 bases, but now actually Hydra is saturating his 4th base quite well. Finally, Baneling speed is coming out, and he's really getting Baneling speed. He did not need that in the beginning, as you were mentioning. Triggerdoll, he does not like it, but he does not use it because he can defend with the Lings.
Yeah.
But now he is getting it, and a very good reason to really be able to fight this Bioforce. But it's really interesting with Heart. He's already got a couple of these Vikings out now. Earlier on, yes, it was to defend these Mutalisks, but this is really going to affect the gameplay a little bit. Just be able to snipe these Overlords and get some very nice position. But I love this from Hydra, just how all his Lings are moving out, different sides of the map, getting as much vision as he can, spots the army of Heart moving out, and this is it. Combat shields are only 12 seconds away. Concussion cells also about 30 seconds away, even though, I mean, lots of upgrades coming for each of these players here, and both actually just deciding after that to pull back.
I think Heart's whole army was actually drawn back by a single Ling. I think Heart thought that was a big bunch of Lings that was going to do an attack or something, but it was of course just a single Ling scouting around, securing Hydra a bit of vision, and that's a that's either a good move by Hydra or a bit of a blunder by Heart. You can't, to be fair, to Heart, you can't afford to underestimate the threat of a Ling counterattack, especially since he doesn't actually have any Marines in that bunker yet. I'm not sure if he's even completed that time, but for now Hydra is moving on up with his Mutalisks in towards the natural base. There's definitely an angle here where he can start chipping away at that refinery, and Hydra now with his Baneling speed finished, he's looking in a good position to start actually being able to defend attacks. I'm not sure if he wants to step too far up creep though, but he can definitely start picking away at these units with the Mutalisks. His Mutalisk count's getting up to a decent count, but here come the Lings in from the back. The Banelings coming in as well. The Widowmines get burrowed, but actually not the best hits, and these Banelings, they're still looking for the hits. Big splits by Heart. Looks like he is going to be able to fend this off, but another wave of Lings come in, and they're going to clean up Heart's army completely. Mutalisks turn around and clean up the last few remaining Marines, which run back, and Heart is sent packing back to his base.
Yeah, Heart had a couple more Marines incoming to really reinforce that army, but honestly a really overslept is out, but honestly with quite an amazing wait.
Oh well, it's too late.
Says he's the mainstream, so he can.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So honestly, with Hydra's amazing. He didn't necessarily have a concave, but he had a complete surround there with the Lings, and I really love that about his play so far. His army's been all over the map and doing very, very well with that. But now on the right-hand side, Mutalisks are moving up. These are unupgraded Mutalisks though, but there's no missile turrets. Or actually, there is one missile turret, but just not that much to defend. While Heart has basically his army production line going across the map, but is forced to pull all the way back while he was already on the other side of the map, and these Mutas are doing so much damage. While in the bottom left-hand side of the map, Hydra is amassing a very large, again, Ling Baneling army. It's done so much damage. So far, it has been 17 workers Hydra has killed of Axiom Heart.
Yeah, really, really big damage by those Mutalisks there. Very, very nice. Whilst Heart pushed in the left-hand side of the map, and it just didn't quite work. But yeah, Hydra now moving towards. He's going to get a big surround across all of Heart's units, but will the Widowmine get his shot up? No, it gets his shot off on the Overseer, and now everything moves in for Heart. Zooming out, we see the battle spread out across
big
all sorts
Widowmine
of fronts,
hits.
but some big Widowmine hits go down for Heart, and Hydra's forces are starting to run a little bit thin. His Banelings all in one place, and a Widowmine is going to go down, take out a lot of these Banelings, and Heart regroups. He's got a decent-sized army. Hydra has to retreat back. What's his reinforcement? 52 Zerglings on the way. He needs to back off few more Banelings before he can go back in yet.
I completely agree with you. With that attack that just happened in that large battle, there was just not quite enough with the amount of units Hart had, and Hart was fighting on his own turf, on his own Widowmines. But now there's 50 more Lings coming in on the right-hand side. Hydra is moving up for another meatless harassment. He's done so much damage to the economy. We do see that literally Hart is down almost 40 workers, actually about 30 workers now, but Hart is moving out into the creep and moving attack. Huge Widowmine hits actually go down. Could have been even bigger. A lot, not that much splitting actually. Just a lot of the army of Hart is completely retreating now on the right-hand side. Hart is moving up a little bit more, but his army's been split up a lot. And Muno's cleaning up almost the entire army. Muno's cleaning up the entire natural base. Hydra